You've been told that black holes are the universe's monsters, the ultimate cosmic vacuum cleaners lurking in the dark, waiting to devour anything that gets too close. But what if I told you that's only half the story? What if they aren't just destroyers? What if they're actually the most powerful batteries in the entire universe, and your future home might be plugged into one? Forget everything you think you know about power. Forget solar, forget fusion. We're going to explore the most audacious engineering project ever conceived, building a power plant around a black hole. And to do that, we first have to understand why these gravitational beasts are paradoxically the most brilliant objects in the cosmos. It's a common misconception that black holes themselves shine. They don't. They are the definition of darkness. The light comes from their dinner. Imagine a cosmic drain. As water spirals down, it speeds up, churning violently. A black hole does the same thing, but with entire stars, gas clouds, and asteroids. As this material gets pulled in, it forms a massive, flat, spinning whirlpool of superheated matter called an accretion disk. The friction in this disk is so immense, the force is so extreme, that the matter is heated to millions of degrees. It glows with a ferocity that can outshine entire galaxies. This process is the most efficient energy generator known to physics. Nuclear fusion, the engine of our sun, converts about 0.7% of matter into energy. This cosmic whirlpool, it can convert 10, 20, even up to 40% of the mass of anything falling in directly into raw, radiating energy. It's a maelstrom of light, heat, and radiation. And that is our power source. So the plan is simple, right? Find a black hole, build a Dyson sphere-like structure around its accretion disk, and collect all that energy. But this leads to our first, rather significant problem. The nearest known stellar mass black hole is about 1,500 light-years away, a bit of a long extension cord. To make this work, we'd need a black hole right here, in our own solar system. This is where we meet Kaylin. She's a gravitic engineer, standing on the observation deck of a construction station orbiting Neptune. For years, her life's work has been a theoretical blueprint, a mad dream. Today, it arrives. She watches as a fleet of automated tugs gently corrals an object into a stable, distant orbit around the sun. It doesn't look like much. It's tiny, no bigger than a city block, but it's unimaginably heavy, and it warps the starlight behind it like a flaw in the glass of space itself. They've done it. They've captured a primordial black hole. Unlike their larger cousins formed from collapsing stars, primordial black holes are hypothetical objects born in the chaotic first moments of the universe, tiny, dense, and potentially wandering the cosmos like lost souls. The monumental task of our future civilization wasn't just finding one, but carefully nudging it across interstellar space and into our backyard, a journey of centuries. Now the real work begins. You can't just build next to this thing. The radiation from the accretion disk would sterilize any ship, any station, in an instant. The key is to be clever. A black hole's accretion disk is like a spinning sprinkler, shooting most of its deadly energy out from its flat sides, but from the top and bottom, along its axis of rotation, it's relatively calm. So that's where we build. Kaylin's project, codenamed Stellarcatcher, isn't a sphere. It's two colossal collector rings, positioned far above and below the black hole's poles. Think of them as two giant mirrored funnels. Their job isn't to absorb the energy, but to catch it and reflect it, focusing the blinding light and radiation from the disk into a single, manageable point. From her control pod, Kaylin watches as the first feed sequence begins. Automated ships begin firing a steady stream of processed asteroidal mass, just dust and rock, into the black hole's gravitational embrace. It doesn't fall straight in. Instead, it joins the spiral. It joins the accretion disk. And the disk ignites. Even through the station's heavily filtered windows, the light is astonishing. It's not yellow like our sun, or blue. It's a pure, piercing white, a shade of brilliance our eyes were never meant to see. The energy output is staggering. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of terawatts. That number is so big it's meaningless, so let's ground it. It's more than 100,000 times the total energy consumption of our entire 21st century civilization, all from feeding our cosmic pet a steady diet of space rocks. This focused energy, now a controlled beam, is directed towards power conversion arrays orbiting safely millions of miles away. There, it's used to drive fleets of interstellar ships, to power terraforming engines on Mars, to sustain entire cities on Earth with clean, limitless energy. Humanity has, in effect, built its own miniature, controllable sun. But what would it be like to live there, at the heart of this new system? Kaylin's log entries would read like something from a fever dream. She talks about the silence. There's no roar from the accretion disk. Sound can't travel in a vacuum. There is only the low, sub-audible hum of the station itself, a constant vibration felt in your bones from the gravitic stabilizers fighting to keep them in a perfect orbit, a constant battle against the ultimate force. There's also the strange new sky. Looking out her window, the star field is warped. Pinpricks of light are bent into arcs and curves by the black hole's gravity lensing. It's a universe seen through a distorted lens, a permanent reminder of the beast they are tethered to. Time itself is different here. For Kaylin and the crew, time ticks ever so slightly slower than it does for everyone back on Earth. For every year she works, she ages a few seconds less than her family back home. It's not much, but it's there. A quiet, persistent rift in reality. The greatest challenge, however, isn't the engineering or the physics, it's the psychology. Living with the constant, quiet knowledge that you are orbiting a hole in the fabric of spacetime, a one-way door from which nothing, not even light, can escape. The safety systems on Stellarcatcher are redundant beyond belief, but there's always that sliver of fear. One miscalculation, one catastrophic failure, and the station wouldn't just be destroyed, it would be erased. An apocalypse of gravity, pressure, and silence. Years pass. The Stellarcatcher is no longer a construction project. It's the beating heart of human civilization. Kaylin is now the station's commander. She stands on the observation deck, watching a new ship depart, the Odyssey. It's a colony vessel, home to 500,000 people, destined for Proxima Centauri. Its journey will take decades, not millennia, because it's not powered by rockets. It's powered by a focused beam of energy, shot across the solar system from the Stellarcatcher itself, a laser sail pushed by the light of a tamed black hole. Humanity is finally leaving its cradle, and it's doing so on a road paved with the most powerful and feared object in the cosmos. So could we actually harness the power of a black hole? The science says yes. The physics are sound. The only real barrier is the sheer mind-breaking scale of the ambition. It would require us to master gravity, materials, and time itself. It would demand a level of cooperation and foresight our species has never known. But perhaps that's the point. We often look at the universe's most extreme phenomena, supernovas, neutron stars, black holes, as purely destructive forces. But that's a failure of imagination. They are also engines of creation. They forge the elements we are made of, stir the cosmic soup, and in the case of a black hole's accretion disk, create the greatest concentration of energy the universe can offer. The ultimate irony is that our future among the stars might not be secured by running from the monsters in the dark. It might be secured by walking right up to them, looking into the abyss, and building a civilization in its impossible, brilliant light.